Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Breakdown on the MHRT Network. This is a show that is everything Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, my comments. I am your host, Bronco Bill. Avatar's in the house already. Love it, love it, love it. I love what you say, Avatar. Really do. What's up, Broncos country? And most importantly, 2023 NBA champion Nuggets Nation. And there you go, man. There you go. You know, I don't have Avatar. I don't have this in my notes, but I'm going to bring it up anyways because I just read it before I came on. And also earlier in the week, the Nuggets, after they celebrated their parade in Colorado at 750,000 people that showed up, which is awesome. They went off to Vegas. I think I mentioned that. I might have mentioned that in my show last week. But anyways, they went off to Vegas and had a tremendous time. Everybody behaved themselves. Obviously, we didn't hear anything in the news. And if you know that if that would have happened, it would have been the jackass of the week. So that didn't happen. But yeah, congratulations to the Nuggets. Jokic was back in his hometown of Serbia. He was watching his horses run. Just great excitement all around. I mean, the Nuggets do something they've never done before in the history. That was amazing, awesome. Just like when the Broncos did it in 1997 and the Avalanche did it in 1996, I believe. Yes, I have to look at my flag over there real quick. But anyway, yeah, 1996. So yeah, a first is always the best. Well, I don't know. I really like the other Avalanche Stanley Cups as well as the Broncos. But anyways, let's move on. Avatar, thanks so much for chiming in like always. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Hope everybody had a wonderful Father's Day last Sunday. Hope everybody was treated well, had a relaxing time, or went out and played golf, or had the grandkids over, or any barbecue, whatever. Just hope that everybody really had a good time on Father's Day. All right. I know it's summertime. I know a lot of people are probably out and about, and if you're not watching this live, it's okay. It's recorded, so you can watch it on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Anytime you want to check in, I really appreciate it. Anytime you guys want to watch, I absolutely appreciate it. Live is fun for me, and hopefully for those in the chat, because I can interact with them. So anyways, just throwing that out there. All right, let's start off the show. Here we go. Sad note, and I want to get a couple of ones out of the way just so we can move on and get into something that's more meaty, more what we want to hear. The Broncos have announced that former defensive end Bryson Manor has passed away at the age of 70. That's quite young at the age of 70, absolutely. He was a rookie on the Orange Crush season of 1977 and replaced Lyle Alzado at right defensive end in 1979 through 1980. He started 31 of 32 games. Now, back then, they only played 14, so that was probably 2.5 seasons. So in his rookie season, he probably played maybe 5, 6, 7, something like that. But anyways, very sad that he passed away at the age of 70. That doesn't seem old, obviously. I'm 64. And I hope I sure live beyond 70, but very sad. My heart goes out to the Bryson Manor family, and my condolences as well. Bryson Manor, may you rest in peace. Okay, second one. This one, I don't know. I'm just gonna throw it out there, guys. Okay. I know that comments can come different directions, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen. All right. Colorado head coach and NFL legend Deion Sanders is having emergency surgery tomorrow, Saturday, for a blood clot in his foot? No. Brain? No, heaven forbid. No, definitely not his brain. But in a very tender, sensitive area. For a blood clot in his groin, per the Pat McAfee show. This comes after doctors recently said he might lose his whole foot due to medical complications. Now, I'm wondering if those medical complications a blood clot is nothing to mess around with, guys. Nothing to mess around with. That could go to your heart, that could go to your lungs, that could go to your brain, it could go many different areas. But in that tender area, I'm wondering if that is part of the complications that the doctors were saying, that he may end up losing his foot. Now, I don't know what the connection would be. I don't know where the bloodline of your body goes and how it goes. I'm not a scientist or a doctor, but I'm glad he's getting this medical treatment. Now, does that mean he's going to be unable to coach, be the head coach for Colorado down the road? What's the timeline for his recovery? Does he need to stay off his feet? Does he need to reduce his activities? I would imagine absolutely something like that. Yeah, you're going to have to take precautions. I don't know how old Deion Sanders is, but that's irrelevant. That's totally irrelevant. What is relevant now is that he comes through this with flying colors, that everything comes out the way the doctors want it to come out. And obviously the way Deion Sanders and all of his fans and coworkers and everybody else that wants it to come out. So I'm hoping that this solves the issue from whatever the foot situation is, but more importantly, for his overall well-being and his health down the road. Deion, please get healthy. Colorado Buffaloes need you, but more importantly, we as fans need you. We need you to be healthy. And my prayers go out to Deion Sanders and his well-being and his health in this situation. If anything transpires, obviously, after the surgery, I'll have that next Friday on my show. In the meantime, Deion, get healthy, stay healthy, and we wish you all the best in the world. May God be with you. All right. Graham, nice to have you in the house. Graham, Tide. I just have a problem with your last name. I think it's Tide Tick. I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Prayers for Deion. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bubba Gonzalez says, hey, Bill. I say, hey, Bubba, what's up? What's happening, man? And Big E Bronco says, how's everybody's night going? Going good, man. Going really good. Just going through these different topics. And I got, speaking of topics, I've got a possible, I could throw this in there as the jackass of the week, but I have a worse one than this. And not because one is worse than the other in realm of, I don't know, in a level of 1 to 5, one's a 2, another one's a 5, something like that. No, they're still in the same bracket. Just the one that I'm going to use as a jackass of the week, to me, is more stupid. Okay, more of a jackass. All right. Let's see. Before I get into that, Avatar says still at work, but soon I'll be leaving. And he says, and yours, Big E. That's cool. Well, good. Avatar, drive safe. Drive safe when you are on the way home. So yeah, just do, drive safe and just, take it easy. Bubba says about to watch some NASCAR. There you go. About to watch some NASCAR. Well, at least you checked in, Bubba, and unchecked in the show. Really appreciate it. Okay. This could be Jackass of the Week. Not going to, it just missed. Okay. Had the other one not shown up. How's that? Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill is under investigation on allegations of assault and battery at a Miami marina. According to WPLG TV in Miami, Hill allegedly hit a marina employee during a disagreement. Really? Hey, guys out there, let me know. Have you ever had disagreements with, I don't know, a coworker, a friend, a wife, a girlfriend? I mean, we've all had disagreements. Does that mean you go and assault somebody with assault and battery? Is that what you do? I mean, I learned to just walk away. Just walk away. Yeah, sure, we all get in arguments. We all get frustrated. I mean, I'm not above that. I get in arguments with people, but I don't escalate it to a point of physical, assault. For what reason? What does that benefit? Well, it's just like a guy going, I got mad, so I punched my wall. Now what? Now, if you're fortunate and didn't hit a stud, you just got a hole in the wall. Now you got to replace that. So that costs money. But if you punch a wall or a door or whatever, and you break your fist or you break your fingers or your hand, now you got to get that fixed. So how stupid is that? It's not using your brain that God gave you. Use what's between your ears in a very smart, intelligent way, Tyreek. I continue. That took place last Sunday, the assault. Miami sports radio show host Andy Slater reported that Hill slapped the employee on the back of the head aggressively, and the employee had decided to press charges. Good. Press charges. These guys have got to stop doing what they're doing. They think they're above the law. They think they're prima donnas. They think their stuff doesn't stink, but it does. And there are consequences. Thank goodness, still consequences in this country, that when you do something wrong, you need to be punished for it, period. And rightfully so. I'm glad he's pressing charges. He or she, I didn't say, but I'm glad that person is pressing charges. Tyreek Hill needs to be held accountable. Plain and simple, held accountable. All right, I continue. Miami Dolphins have said they decline further comment at this time. Of course they do. They're not going to comment. You know why they're not going to comment? Because they want to keep everything in-house, which I understand. You don't want it out there and being judged by the social media or whatever. You don't want it out there, and I can understand that. But at the same time, he needs to be punished. He needs to be held accountable for what he's done. What kind of a disagreement would cause somebody to just haul off and hit somebody? That one's bad. The next one, which is the jackass of the week, is even more alarming. Not because this person actually physically assaulted anyone. No, that's not what this is about. But it's about something that is more serious, in my opinion. And hopefully you'll see why I say that. All right. Hey, Mundungus Creamy says, Hillbilly Bill, what's Hillbilly Bill? I don't know, man. Hillbilly, I'm not quite sure about that one. I ain't got the jeans or the the boots and the spurs and all that kind of stuff. I don't have that all going on, but hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. Okay, so let's get right into, like I said, this one is officially the jackass of the week. Okay, jackass of the week. I mean, after September 11th, would you really think about doing something what this person did? I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, I understand. Okay, let me just get into it and then I'll bring in my comments. Here we go. Jack Jones. Who's Jack Jones? Patriots' second-year cornerback Jack Jones was arrested last Friday after two firearms were found in his travel luggage at Boston's Logan Airport. Okay, he had two guns. The guy's an athlete. He's probably wanting to go hunting, maybe. Probably wanting to, I don't know, protect himself. He may be going, who knows where. He's an athlete. Maybe he feels like he needs to protect himself. Okay. Well, do you have the proper permits? What? Hold on. Jones, 25, was charged with 2 counts of the following: concealed weapon, possession of ammunition without a firearm ID card. Oh, boy. There's that one I was asking about. Do you have permission? Do you have a certificate? Are you licensed to be able to carry these? Obviously not. It continues. unlawful possession of a firearm, carrying a loaded firearm, and possession of a large capacity feeding device. Feeding device like a machine gun? Something like that? Holy crap. Wait a minute. Come on, dude. Are you serious? Seriously. Let me go back over these. Listen to what the charges are. I'm not making this up, guys. I'm not making this up. Listen to this. 2 counts of the following: concealed weapon, possession of ammunition without a firearm ID card, unlawful possession of a firearm, carrying a loaded firearm, and possession of a large capacity feeding device. Wow. That is absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Everybody knows you cannot carry those things on a plane or in your luggage and put them on a plane. First off, if you have ammunition and it's in your bag on a plane, in the underbelly in the storage area, what if there's movement? What if it bangs together something and causes an explosion? Or a fire. Now you got serious implications for everybody else on board because you're a jackass. Period. Don't these guys think? How many times do I got to come on this show time after time after time and bring in Jackass of the Week like this? I said, this to me is just absolutely mind-boggling. How these people think and feel that they're above the law, that they can do what they want. No, I'm not going to get caught. Yeah, right. Just like the idiots in LA that I am subject to because I live in the greater Los Angeles area. They're constantly carjacking cars and getting on police chases. They think they can get away when you got a helicopter above and radios. Not too smart, people. Not too smart. Unbelievable. Says last season, his rookie year, obviously this guy's got issues. Last season, his rookie year, he was suspended because of a team violation of unspecified club rules. The team spokesman had no comment at this time. He's been suspended in his rookie year. And now he's got these allegations, which are obviously substantiating, because I just read what he's charged. He can't walk away from that. Whoa, I didn't know those were there. What's your freaking luggage, dude? Did you have somebody else pack it for you? If that's the case, that ain't smart either. And you're responsible because you had it in your possession. My goodness. These people will never, ever, ever learn. But makes for my show because I get to bring Jackass of the Week like this idiot. Wow. I really do hope the New England Patriots slap the book at him. And I don't mean criminal-wise because that's obviously going to happen, with the legal system. But I hope they slap the book at him, meaning suspend him again, kick him off the team, let him go. He's a cancer to the team, obviously. Not that I care about the Patriots, but you can't keep allowing people to stay on a team and get paid big bucks that do stupid things in life that they absolutely know better. My grandson, who's 11, my granddaughter, who's 6, knows better than that. Maybe not to the full extent, but they know what they should do or not do. All right. I continue. Frank Clark. Now, Sean Payton confirmed that Frank Clark, after the OTAs, will play outside linebacker and not defensive end. Wow. Not defensive end. Well, okay. Payton also said that Clark is an outside linebacker and also he's an edge rusher. End quote. In the Broncos base defense, they have outside linebackers line up on the edge with defensive ends lining up as interior defensemen. That's exactly what they did when they had Von Miller. Von Miller was an outside linebacker, and they had him on the edge at times rushing. And what was happening was the edge rushers were pinched in, so now it made it a more aggressive attack towards the quarterback. And that's why in Super Bowl 50, Von Miller was able to get to Cam Newton numerous times because of that interior pressure that nobody can pick up Von Miller. And if Frank Clark can do that on the Broncos with all of those other edge rushers pinching in and creating a massive push towards the quarterback, Frank Clark's going to have a very, very great opportunity to get to the quarterback and disrupt whatever quarterback it is, whether it's a Patrick Mahomes, whether it's a I don't know who's in Vegas now, or is it going to be a Justin Herbert? But it doesn't matter who we play, as long as we can get the pressure like that on the quarterback and sustain that type of pressure throughout the game. It's a win-win. It's absolutely win-win for Denver. So that's great news that Frank Clark is going to be used in multiple ways. Just like some other topics that I have, the Broncos are going to be used in different ways than they've been used in coaches past. And I mean coaches past. This might even go back to when Gary Kubiak was a head coach. Might be used differently back then. I don't know. But it'll be very interesting to see how the Broncos use their players, a la Sean Payton, in this coming year. It's going to be very, very interesting. I have a really, really good feeling that it's going to be to our benefit. Absolutely. Okay. Courtland Sutton. Per Sean Payton, Courtland Sutton is studying film of Michael Thomas's time that he had with Sean Payton in New Orleans. Payton said, and I quote, he's looking at Mike's tape because Mike played X. Now, they're talking about Courtland Sutton. Now, X, I'm assuming means like a slot receiver or some manipulation like that. I continue, still quoting. That's what he's playing, and the offense is very similar. I'm encouraged to know that because he's going to live. I'm encouraged to know that because he's going to line up in a lot of those spots. End quote. Good. Now that means Courtland Sutton is going to be part of a major package on offensive wide receiver. Courtland Sutton in the X spot. Jerry Jeudy on the outside. I don't know, KJ Hamler or who's the other guy? KJ Hamler and can't think of the other guy we have. KJ Hamler and anyways. So we got many options for these wide receivers, but to have Courtland Sutton lining up in that little slot area, the X spot, whatever they want to call that, I think it's great. I love Courtland Sutton. I love Jerry Jeudy. I love KJ Hamler. I like all the guys we have. I really, really do. I just don't know what now. Does that mean we have an X slot here? Let's say it's kind of like a tight end or like a slot. Then you have a tight end on the other side. Then you got two wide receivers. Okay, why not? Why not? It's going to be so interesting to watch Sean Payton's offense compared to what we had last year. Was an absolute train wreck, to say the least. It was a disaster. I can't wait for. I can't even really wait for preseason. I really can't, because I want to see what these guys can do, because I know that the regulars are going to play. Thank goodness. Unlike Nathaniel Hackett, idiot. You need to play the regulars. You need to put them in the games to let them get the camaraderie and the speed of the game, and not just the first game of the season and then try and figure it out. Stupid. Hey, Hackett, that's why you're not a head coach anymore. Huh? Got that? Okay, I move on. Speaking of changes, or not changes, but, they're putting people in different spots and different slots. Here we go. Pass rush depth. The Denver Broncos plan on using frequent pass rush rotation, but not solely responsible for providing Denver's pressure. Again, they're going to be moving pieces around. It's kind of like a chess game. Football is like a chess game. Okay. Offense against defense. Chess, you got the black chessmen, you got the white chessmen. Okay. And you're maneuvering around to get the best advantage. That's what football is. Football is exactly like that. Offense comes out, they're showing a package. Defense comes out, they adjust. Well, I continue. Peyton said, and I quote, hopefully our outside linebacker position are guys that we look at as pressure players. You don't have to be an outside linebacker to be a pass rusher. There you go. That's exactly what I was talking about with the Frank Clark. He can line up as an end or an outside linebacker. But like Sean Payton says, you don't have to be an outside linebacker to be a pass rusher. The depth is important because it's a constant fight. It's like wrestling and it's exhausting. We need depth, especially in this division, end quote. He's absolutely right. 100% absolutely right. We need depth. We need guys to come off the bench and perform like the starters. We need guys to come off the bench and be an impact. I'm not saying they have to get a sack every time they come in the game. No. But what they have to do is they have to make their presence felt. Don't just be in there as another body. Make something happen while you're in there. What I love about this is he's absolutely correct. It's like a wrestling match, and it's exhausting. I mean, you're going up against 300-pound guys every single play. If you're a defensive lineman or offensive lineman, you're going up against 300-pound guys easily, maybe more. And you're doing that play after play after play. Yeah, after a while, you get tired. You get exhausted, you know? And with this division, with the Kansas City Chiefs, we haven't beaten since, I don't know, 1902 or something like that. I know I'm being facetious, but it seems like forever. We haven't beaten Kansas City in forever. We've only beaten the Chargers one time in the last several years. That was last year. And did we beat the Raiders last year? I think we did. Anyways, if we did, that's great, but that's still only one time in, several years. So we need to win games, and it starts up front. It starts on defense with getting pressure on the quarterback and having depth so that when we do have fresh legs in there, they can perform just like the guys they replaced. That's what Sean Payton is talking about. He wants to rotate these guys. He wants to get the best out of every single player, every single play. That's what head coaches do. They want the best. Just like us fans. We don't want to sit there and watch a debacle like last year. No, we don't. We don't want to see that at all. And that's not going to happen with a Sean Payton-led Broncos team. Like I said before, I am excited for preseason. Can't wait. Can't wait, man. I am so stoked. All right. Speaking of depth, do the Broncos go in this direction? Hold on. A source close to the Buffalo Bills locker room says that all-pro wide receiver Stephon Diggs is frustrated with his role in the club's offense and his input in play calling. Wait a minute. Wait. Hey, Stephon, you're not the quarterback. Why are you concerned about your input in play calls? You're not the head coach. You're not the offensive coordinator. You're not the quarterback coach. You're a freaking wide receiver. You receive the play like everybody else. You're not a prima donna. You're not the best of the best. Yeah, you're good. I'm not saying you're not. But what gives you the right to say, well, hey, I'm frustrated because of my role in the club's offense? Okay, I can understand that. Maybe you want more balls thrown your way. Maybe you want to be more involved in the offense. That's all well and good. I can understand that, and I can appreciate that to a point. And what I mean by to a point is this. If the defense is allowing the Buffalo Bills to run the ball, they're not going to throw it. Why would you throw it if you're gaining 4, 5, 6 yards every run play? And then when you do throw a pass, it doesn't go your direction, so you cry or you get frustrated. Okay? Hey, Stephon, it is a team sport. It's not a Stephon Diggs sport. It's not tennis, dude. It's not golf. If you want a singular sport, you should go out and play golf. Then it's just you and the course. But no, this is a team sport. You win as a team, you lose as a team. That's just the way it is. Okay? And you're upset because you want more input in play calling? Come on, man. Really? I mean, I understand you restructured your contract because you wanted DeAndre Hopkins to come to the Buffalo Bills, and that hasn't happened. So you're frustrated with that. But does that give you a right to act childish? Why are you acting childish? You're getting paid millions of dollars. Keep your trap shut. Go out and do your job. Be professional, not a crybaby, and do what is best for the team. Because last time I checked, like I mentioned before, it is a team sport, not a Stephon Diggs sport. Okay? It's not all about you, dude. Just letting you know, it's not all about you. So grow up, do the right thing, and, go out there and play the game that you know how to play, that a lot of us wish we could play at that level. All right? Good. Uh-oh. This one I don't like at all. Don't like this at all. Avatar says, real quick, well, I have to get going, guys. Night all. Avatar, take care, buddy. Drive safe. Enjoy your evening. And thanks once again for chiming in. Really, really do appreciate you in the chat. All right. On the heels of the Stephon Diggs frustration, this one bothers me. This one I don't like at all. Denver Broncos are rumored as one of several teams interested in trading for disgruntled wide receiver Stephon Diggs if made available. No. I don't want this cancer, this prima donna, this crybaby on the Broncos team. We don't need him. We have KJ Hamler. We have Cortland Sutton. We have Jerry Jeudy. We have other receivers. We don't need a Stephon Diggs. Is Stephon Diggs a good or / great receiver? Absolutely he is. Stephon Diggs is a really good receiver. I just don't want his attitude and his prima donna and his frustration level if he doesn't get the football or he doesn't have this player on the team or that player on the team, that he goes off and sulks. I don't want that on this team. Now, does that mean if the Broncos were to trade for him, who are they going to give up? KJ Hamler? I don't want that. Like I've mentioned many, many times in shows previous, I don't want any Bronco player traded or cut from this team. If they're wearing orange and blue and they are performing well, I don't want them to leave. Period. I didn't want Von Miller to leave. I mentioned that many, many times. I did not want Von Miller to leave. But I'm not the general manager, and I'm not the owner of the team. I'm not even the head coach, obviously. But I don't like seeing that, because when they're that productive and they're doing a great job, why let them go to another team to do the same thing for that team and possibly against us? Stupid. I know it's a business. I know it's money involved. I know it's salary cap and all that. I get that to a certain degree. I'm not pervious to all that level and that intelligence, okay? But what I'm saying as a fan is this. I don't like to see it. Do I want Stephon Diggs with his attitude and his, crybaby-ish temperament? No, not whatsoever. Nope. I'll take KJ Hamler, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, anybody else that's on a receiving core that I haven't named. Yeah, keep them. Absolutely keep them. But do not trade any single one of them for Stephon Diggs and his prima donna crybaby attitude. I don't want it. Don't want it whatsoever. It's not about him. It's not about Stephon Diggs, period. It's about the Denver Broncos and what's best for the Denver Broncos. Now, Sean Payton could change his attitude, might be different. Somehow, I just don't quite think so. Not that I don't think that Sean Payton could, straighten him out. But deep down inside, Stephon Diggs is still going to harbor some animosity somewhere. And I don't want that brought into the Denver Bronco locker room, period. All right. Let's move on to the last two topics. Okay, here we go. New Ring of Fame committee in Denver. The Denver Broncos have a new Ring of Fame committee consisting of the following: Greg Penner, Kerry Penner, and Rob Walton. Other members are former coach Mike Shanahan, safety Steve Atwater, plus committee holdovers Dave Logan and Jim Sacramento. However, for the second straight year, no new selection will be inducted. Wow. 2 years in a row, the Broncos haven't put up a player in the Ring of Fame. I can name several that should be up in the Ring of Fame. Absolutely. I don't know, do they have to be retired for a while? Do they have to be on another team for a while? I don't know how that goes. I don't know at all. But it's just remarkable to me that 2 years in a row, there's not going to be somebody inducted to the Broncos Ring of Fame. Now, I know that they're doing something special for DeMarcus Ware, who's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I know they're going to do something special at halftime on one of the games at Mile High. Excuse me, in Power Field. Still Mile High to me. But anyways, I know they're going to do something special for him. But, I mean, wow. Not a single person's going into the Ring of Fame. Now, what I do like about this new committee is this. I love the fact that Mike Shanahan and Steve Atwater are part of that committee. And I'll tell you why. First off, you have Greg Penner, Kerry Penner, and Rob Walton. They're part of the ownership group, okay? They're up here. That's important because you need to have ownership, as part of the committee so they can oversee, all of this, that, and I get that. They have to prove it too, and I think that that's very, very commendable. Then you have Dave Logan and Jim Sacramento, who are holdovers. They know how the process goes. They can be there to instruct, or not instruct, but to kind of, help along Greg Penner, Kerry Penner, and Rob Walton as to, how they've done things in the past and how they do things. That's great. So you have the top with the owners, you have the holdovers down here, but right in the middle, in my opinion, right in the middle are the two most important people that you have. And here's why. You got Mike Shanahan, a former Broncos head coach, and Steve Atwater. Why is that important? Because they know the players. I mean, Mike Shanahan coached numerous players for all of those years. He knows the players. He knows how well they played. He knows the character of the people. He knows their work ethic and their dedication to the game. Steve Atwater played for the Broncos. He's in the Hall of Fame. He knows what it takes to be at the best you could possibly be. So to have Mike Shanahan and Steve Atwater right there in the middle of the new Ring of Fame committee is absolutely perfect and brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, in my opinion, because they know the players. Like I said, Mike Shanahan knows the players from all those years he coached, and Steve Atwater knows the players because of all the ones he played with. Absolutely brilliant, in my opinion. Very, very well put together. Very, very well done. In my opinion, I think that was absolutely brilliant. I know I've said that word many, many times, but it really is great to see. I just don't like the fact that there's not one going in the Ring of Fame this year. Perhaps, again, like I said, maybe it's because of DeMarcus Ware going in that National Football Hall of Fame, and they want to give a whole lot of attention to him. Then I can totally commend it. Absolutely respect that and commend it 100%. Okay, final topic of tonight's show. Here it is. This one's going to be harsh for a lot of players in the NFL. A lot of players. Wait till you hear what the NFL is saying not to do. Here we go. NFL gambling policy. The NFL is reinforcing, not just enforcing, reinforcing, meaning they're upping the ante, okay? No pun intended, but they're upping it, okay? Here it is. The NFL is reinforcing its gambling policy to players with 6 key rules. They are as follows. Number one, don't bet on the NFL. Period. Don't bet on the NFL. Period. Doesn't say when you're retired. Doesn't say, just don't bet on the NFL. Period. Now, obviously, this is for the players that are playing. So I get that. Okay. Continue. Number two, don't gamble at your team facility while traveling for a road game or staying at a team hotel. What's that mean? Don't do it. You can't gamble at a team facility. Like, let's say you're at Dove Valley and you're like, hey, you guy buddies called you up and says, hey, man, what do you think about this game? Don't do it. Don't do it. Suspensions are going to be high this year. Suspensions are going to be high. The fines are going to be high. And you're not going to be playing football for very long if you keep doing things like this. All right. Number three, don't have someone bet for you. So in other words, you're sitting back with your buddies and you're, sitting back watching TV or whatever. And your buddy goes, hey, man, do me a favor. Here, go bet on the Miami Dolphins to lose the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go put 100 on that. Don't do it. Don't have your buddy do it for you, because guess what? He may do it for you, but you're the one that's responsible. So don't do it. NFL is going to come down hard. I'm telling you guys, NFL is not messing around. Number four, don't share team inside information. So don't go to your buddy and say, hey, you know what? We got this game. We got this play coming up. We're going to be using this, key situations. Look for it, because when you do, throw 100 down or something. Nope, you don't do it. Don't give out team information whatsoever. Keep your lips closed. This can be hard for a lot of rookie players, man. This can be hard for a lot of 1-year players, 2-year players, maybe even seasoned players down the road. Maybe they're coming to the end of their career and they're like, man, what do I got to lose, man? Don't do it. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, you're going to lose a lot of money if you guys do this. All right. Number five, don't enter a sports book during the NFL season. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Don't enter a sports book during the NFL season? Doesn't the NFL have a team called the Las Vegas Raiders? Hello? What is Vegas? Oh, yeah. Gambling capital of the United States. And you got a team in Vegas blocks away from hotels that have gambling books, like MGM or, I don't know, Caesars, or name one. They all have them. It says don't enter a sports book during the NFL season. That means, hey, guys, hello. That means don't go into a casino whatsoever during the NFL season. But when does the NFL season start? Oh, yeah, at the new NFL bargaining season. I think that's in what? Right after the draft, which is in April. So I think it's in May. NFL season starts in May and doesn't end till when? January. Oh, so you only have February, March, and April to go to a casino if you want to. Otherwise, you're going to be not slapped on the wrist. You're going to be heavily fined and suspended, because these are the new reinforced gambling policies by the NFL. You don't have to like it, guys. You don't have to like it. I'm just presenting to you what it is. Okay? You abide by it if you want, or don't abide by it. It's up to you. I got some more things about the Vegas Raiders, in my opinion. All right. Number 6, don't play daily fantasy football. Okay, so let's say your buddy's he's in fantasy football league. He's like, dude, man, I got this guy and this guy. What do you think? Hey, man, I got this guy in the Broncos. You think he'll do good? Hey, don't get involved in that. Don't play daily fantasy football. Don't do it. So again, don't bet on the NFL, period. Don't gamble at your team's facility. Don't have someone bet for you. Don't share team inside information. Don't enter a sport book during the NFL season, and don't play daily fantasy football. Holy cow. Those are some very, very, very stiff enforcing gambling policy measures. Extremely stiff. And that leads me to the Las Vegas Raiders. And here's where I have a problem with the NFL. And I've had several people mention this to me about, if the NFL is really serious about gambling, why in heaven's name did they put a team in Vegas? Good point. Good point. That's my question too. Are they talking out of both sides of their mouth? Oh, sure they are. Absolutely. Hey, Raider, come to Vegas, man. Come to Vegas. Oh, by the way, the NFL made bank when the Raiders went to Vegas. Why? Because they had a brand new stadium that was built. And part of that money goes to the NFL. Oh, and relocation. The NFL got money for that too, because they relocated to another city. Just like every other team that relocates to another city, the NFL gets money. It's relocation charges. But when you put a team like when you put a team like the Raiders in Vegas, and all of those fans come from wherever, and they descend in Las Vegas, and they go to these gambling sites, that's all well and good. That's on them. That's not part of the Raiders organization. But you put the Raiders that close to gambling temptation, what in heaven's name do you think is going to happen? Does the NFL really, really care about this? Or is it all about of course it is. It's all about the almighty dollar. Of course it is. It always has been, always will be. They know how to market their product, and they do it extremely well. But putting up this policy of gambling policy, these 6 very strict gambling policy of what not to do. And then you have a Las Vegas Raider team literally sitting right across the street from the mega hotels and casinos that you've told these players, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, not to go into, not to bet, not to have your friends bet, not to do this, not to do that. I already went down the list twice. That to me sounds hypocritical. That to me sounds very, very two-faced. You say one thing, you do another because of the almighty dollar. I understand the NFL wants to be profitable. I understand the NFL is profitable. But when you tell the players what not to do, and then you have a team that plays 8 games at home with 8 other teams coming into that city, and you're asking them not to do, where you've literally placed the forbidden fruit right in front of their faces, and you're asking them not to do it. Wow. I don't know how, Roger Goodell, you guys can look yourself in the mirror every night and put out a policy like that, which I totally agree with, but then you place a team right there and tell them not to do it. We got Garden of Eden all over again, guys. We got Garden of Eden all over again. The forbidden fruit is gambling. And the Vegas Raiders are there 8 games at home every single season, or sometimes 9, depending, because now we got 17 games. So you're asking other teams to come in, like the Broncos and the Chargers and the Chiefs and the Vikings and whomever else goes in there. I'm not sure I know those teams. And you're asking them not to do the 6 forbidden rules. And yet you got the Vegas Raiders sitting right across the street from all of those hotels and all of those booking sites within eye shot. And you're asking them not to do it. Wow. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not a gambling guy, so I don't gamble at all. It's not my thing. But for those who are tempted, for those who like to gamble, for those who like to do the slots or whatever, or bookie, when they say don't even go into a book, what does it say? Don't even go into a sports book. I don't know if that means they can go into a regular casino, stay with the sports book. How are you going to know? How are you going to know? Unless you ask for all of the surveillance cameras. I don't know. I don't know about this one, man. This one's Pandora's box. That is absolutely 100% correct. Pandora's box, man. The NFL is trying to clamp down on something where they literally put a team in harm's way. We'll see where this goes, guys. It's going to be interesting, totally interesting to see where this goes. Absolutely. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like the double standard. I don't like saying one thing and doing another. It's going to be totally interesting. But I thought I'd throw that out there because of all the controversy I can see that's going to happen down the road. That's it, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you have not, please do so. It costs you nothing, but it does help out the channel and it does help out the network. I really appreciate it. For those of you who watch it on my channel, it'll be posted here in about the next 20 to 25 minutes. So click on over, check that out here. And thanks again for your support. Really do appreciate it. Before I check out of here, guys, I'm reminding you of all the other shows. We got shows Monday through Friday. Monday is the Cluster Puck podcast. Then Tuesday is the 5280, followed by the No Nonsense and Whiskey. Wednesday is the Wild Wild West. Thursday is mainly Orange, I believe, or mainly Broncos. I could be wrong. We got a couple other ones on there that I still haven't memorized or stuck up on my wall to read off. And then Friday, next Friday, this show live again, 5 p.m. Pacific time. This show, Broncos Breakdown, hosted by me, Bronco Bill, goes live. Until then, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourself. And I know it's summertime, so get out there and enjoy the summer. And, guys, I look forward to seeing you guys in chat next Friday. Till then, everyone take care. Have a wonderful weekend. We will talk to you next Friday. Till then, bye-bye.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.